Assalamu alaikum. There is an appetizer before you get started, inshallah. Help yourself, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Someone wants to sit here, we can move back. Someone wants to sit here, we can move back.
No.
Come on. No, he introduced it. Oh man, yeah, they had
Mom, you want something to drink for you?
So you have family members who take care of your shop there?
Right now, nobody's taking care, but I have like somebody who is living here, and he's taking care of it. But he didn't give me a report since I came, because of the communications.
If you have somebody to take care of the business there and look after the affair, then it's very good to do it. This friend of mine, whom I told you that he started with his team, is now going to start a third franchise. He started with one, then he expanded to two different areas. Now he's going to start with the third. And he was saying that
But there's a big problem with this now in America. I don't know about shoplifting. In America, America is becoming like a criminal society, not only Trump, all the way down. There is a hadith, الناس على دين ملوكهم. People always resemble the deen of their kings.
yeah, exactly.
And there is another saying in Arabic. إذا كان رب البيت للدف ضاربة فشيمة أهل البيت الرقص. So if the chief of the household is the father playing guitar, dance, we dance. And you know the meaning of dance.
Yes, yes, yes. I know that. This is very true.
That's what they are going to do.
You see, the crime in America is going to definitely increase because they have opened marijuana, they have opened drugs now. They are not arresting drug dealers. And before, southwest area of DC and New York Avenue in DC was a place where nobody could walk. So what they did is, all criminals, they took them out and they're pushing them out of the DC and breaking the houses and rebuilding it and selling it for millions of dollars. So those people who were doing drug dealing there are now coming into some of the
Not only this, but people also see that the LGBT have more rights than them, then they don't have the system. I'm not speaking about religion, this is good or bad, or this is like, everybody is known for his own lust, for his own, make it a law for all of us. Not somebody who has huge system, you know, and somebody who doesn't,
Hey, salam alaikum. How are you doing? Nice to meet you.
when you have like a balloon, plastic one,
keep filling it.
and then it's the same thing as when you are in the supermarket, you know, airlines and whatever. It's the same. But the most big one has control. This How long? Since if you don't have control, you work like this and you fall.
Yeah, it's spin and fall, yes. You got it? Yeah.
So alhamdulillah, we have our deen, alhamdulillah. We don't take it for granted.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الحمد لله رب العالمين وعاقبة المتقين والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله الكريم وبعد. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. اللهم أرنا الحق حقا وارزقنا اتباعه وأرنا الباطل باطلا وارزقنا اجتنابه آمين يا رب العالمين. My dear brothers and sisters in Islam, if we have any neighbors, we welcome all of you. I sent out this message for everyone. This is an important subject. Inshallah, at the end, I'll go in and show you how important this is for us as Muslims, our livelihood, and sort of like our existence as Muslims in the world today, and what we are supposed to do to be able to take care of the community, because people are dependent on us to guide for guidance, and guidance in every field. And I know this is apparently not an Islamic topic, but it's relevant. It is an Islamic topic because Islam is not only just the worship part, it is also to establish justice. One of the concepts of Islam is to establish justice across the board, whether there's injustice in the political system, the economic system, the social system, or whatever education system, Islam and Muslims are supposed to establish that. But I wanted to go in and, instead of thanking you for coming out and helping us and all of this, setting up, mashallah, the people that set up, we'll get to that, inshallah, later. Why do you think it is important to know about this topic if you already sort of like, assuming you don't have the kind of money that they want or whatever the case is, why do you think it is necessary for you to learn about this? Go ahead.
Protect your identity.
Protect identity, thank you. Okay, what else? What does identity theft mean? Protect identity. Everything, right? And what does that mean? Everything, right? Including your house, Social Security. And are you familiar with the scams in New York where people with what do you call it? Deeds for their houses. Deed for your house, you have a deed, and there are people who are coming and taking your house away from you in America. I mean, does that sound just?
Alarming.
Does that sound just? No. What about you're looking for the number, you're looking for enterprise, rent a car. Everybody rents a car every now and again, and you go and you Google enterprise. And they say, oh, the number, this is the number, Google spits out the number, and they give you the number, you call, and you said, okay, you can rent the car, give us your credit card number, go through the whole thing. What's your name, what's your account number, oh, are you at this address, blah, blah. So we need a credit card to reserve it, and you give them the credit card. They say, okay, the charge is X, Y, Z, and then you give them authorization to take the money from your account. Then Enterprise texts you, or you go show up at Enterprise and they say,
You don't have your booking.
there is no, your name is not there, there's no booking. What number did you call? And you're like, oh, I called their number, or Google gave it to me. And then that enterprise person with a smirk on their face, that's not our number. And you go and you ask the credit card company to reverse the charges, they're like, no, you authorized it. $700 gone. Happened. And this is a true story, I'm saying. And this is the second example that's happening. So this is yeah, I mean, it goes from just a small amount of money, and they used to be, this used to be where they would call and say your computer's infected, you know, give us $99. Right, we'll clean you, you know, and that's the cartoon I forgot, I don't think I posted here. There's a cartoon someone sent to me. He says, they call tech support. They say, okay, we need your name, social security number, birthday, bank account, all of that. And the person responds with, so, are you gonna help me clean my computer? I'll give it all to you if you help me clean my computer. It is a joke, but it's a reality. And initially I wanted you to understand that the reason why we're doing this is not because you have or you don't have millions of dollars. This is every single person that he gets hit with $29, $39, $50, even $10 a month. I'm gonna give you a scenario, true scenario. I've been in IT field for 18 years now. I understand what's going on. I understand the concept because I always think, or I try to think of Islam and how it helps. So Verizon, true story, and I'm sorry if you work for Verizon or you're working for Verizon, true story. You're calling them and you want to disconnect or connect or upgrade or cancel or renew your plan. And they ask you, we can upgrade your speed to the gigabit speed. Are you familiar, heard of this? Has anyone heard of this? Gigabit speed, right? Update, $10 a month. $10 a month. And what do? Gigabit. What are you gonna get? Blazing downloads, you're gonna get this, you got kids, you got iPad, and they go through the whole spiel. You have iPads, you have, how many iPhones you have? You have 6. How many iPads? How many computers? How many TVs? How many smart TVs? How many different gadgets? And all of this, and gaming consoles, and you're like, yes, 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 yes. What do you need? Gigabit speed. So how much? It's only $10. Only $10. And they do this every month, 100,000 times. How much money is that? A lot. Okay? And then at the end of the year, they have a new 100,000 subscribers, at least, or millions, or 6 million, 10 million, times 10. This is money coming in without any work. Because you already have, by default, if you have Verizon, you have the minimum speed now, maybe about 300 megabytes per second download, right? I run my business, and I have my personal on the same network, and I do have 300, and it's sufficient for everyone. It's sufficient for everything that we do, and we do lots of downloads. So do you individually need gigabits? So this $100 million a month comes in without doing anything. And this is Verizon. Okay, I know they might come after me. Comcast do the same thing. They all do it, right? Now, and you're thinking, if they can get away with it at highway robbery speed, we don't know, and it's easy for them to do this. This happens at every single level. You're online, and I'll get into like the Islamic concept of this inshallah in a second. You're online and your social medias, and I know lots of us are in social media, and they tell you that why keep scrolling. Listen to a book for 10 minutes a day, and in 7 days, you're going to be the smartest person in the room. You familiar with this? Yes? No? So we'll give you free subscription, 7 days, 30 days. But then when you do it now, it used to be that they're like, okay, before they'll ask you, well, we need your credit cards, or you don't have to put your credit cards to subscribe. Now they don't even ask you, because why? Your credit card is in the Play Store. Your credit card is in the, what's the Apple one? Huh? Apple Pay, or whatever the case is, you know, in the Apple one, or in the Google Android ones, your information is there. 7 days, 30 days later, boom, $90 gone. And they do this 100,000 times a year, and nothing. They don't have to do anything else. And they get your money. And this is just one after the other, after the other, after the other, and it goes on and on and on. So I'm talking about from the legitimate companies all the way down to, you know, the scammers as well. So what is the Islamic ruling about this? What is the concept? What do you call this if someone is taking from you that doesn't belong to them? What is this?
Theft.
Theft. What is the hukum? What is the ruling for stealing?
Haram.
Well, it's right.
Haram. Right? It's by default, it's haram. And then if a person is found guilty of stealing, then they're, you know, it's Islamic. And to be honest with you, this is needed more now than ever. And I'm going to come back to this, why it's needed. Because, or I'll show you in a couple of examples here. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, I don't know if you can read this, but just one of them, وَيَا قَوْمِ أَوْفُوا الْمِكْيَالَ وَالْمِيزَانَ بِالْقِسْطِ وَلَا تَبْخَسُوا النَّاسَ أَشْيَاءَهُمْ وَلَا تَعْثَوْا فِي الْأَرْضِ مُفْسِدِينَ. And oh my people, give full measure and weigh in justice, and do not deprive the people of their due. Right? If it belongs to them, don't take it away from it. Right? And don't spread mischief and corruption in the earth. What surah is this? Surah Mutaffifin. Right? Check.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And you see this, and there's actually a movie about this now recently. What do you do? What would you do? Actually, first of all, who have seen this on their computer? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, for being honest. And I've seen it plenty and plenty of times, right? And I get phone calls plenty and plenty of times when you see this. What happens when you see this? What do you do?
Ignore it.
Can you get rid of it? Can you get rid of it like if you just click? No, right?
It doesn't go through.
Okay. By default, what do you do?
Reboot it. Turn it off.
What do you do? Cut the internet. Thank you. Good. What else do you do?
Reboot.
Huh?
I switch off the computer.
How do you switch off the computer?
Just button it off.
How?
Reboot it.
Reboot? No, I don't do it. I don't reboot.
Because you can't get to the start menu here to shut it down.
I just Google it. I don't.
Who calls the number? No one calls the number? Allahu Akbar.
Call your number.
They call my.
We did that one time.
So, okay, khalas, the class is done. Let's go home. Let's go home. Now, and what happens if you call the number?
They register you. Their system.
My mother-in-law did call.
And what happens?
They took a lot of money from me. That's just how much paid.
How much?
I think close to $600. It's debit card.
Okay.
They didn't want credit card, they want a debit card.
Yeah, because once it's gone from the debit card, you're done. So, again, let me just switch off. Who uses debit card? Muslims, right? We all do. Who puts PIN numbers in when you purchase everything? When you purchase, you use your PIN number. MashaAllah. This crowd is getting good. MashaAllah. We have cookies.
Is that on the computer? The cookies on the computer?
Okay, so if you have a debit card, I don't know. Yeah, so once the money gets out of the debit card, the bank is not giving you back.
No, they don't.
They will, the only way they give it back to you is if CNN or ABC or Fox News or NBC makes it an issue. And if it's a small amount, they'll try to give it back to you, right? $900 or whatever the case is, a couple of $1,000, the bank will. Otherwise, it's gone, it's gone. So what's the best alternative?
Credit card.
Credit card.
Or cash.
Or cash, right? This is an old system. It's not expected. Nobody's like, I don't know the fact of stealing and stuff like that. I don't want to get into security risk of that. I don't know if Sheikh Amin wants to add anything about that. But if you use a credit card, and don't have plenty of credit cards either, Islamically, it's not a good thing. And Islamically, just because I mentioned credit card, if you have a credit card and you're using it for the sole purpose of replacing the debit card, make sure you pay off the credit card every month.
Yes.
Because you have the money in the bank account, right? And that's the concept, Islamic concept of having it. And I would say if you can replace the debit card with a credit card and use it for that purpose, it's a lot safer and more secure. And don't use your PIN unless you're forced to. Who goes to the ATM machine and takes cash? MashaAllah, very good. Yeah, just go inside the bank, take the money. There's a lot of phishing, there's a lot of scam they're going on, and they would take your money. They have these inserts inside the machine. Now they have like the tap to you can just tap your credit card and put in your PIN, and then you leave, and the transaction is not closed.
Yes.
Right? You understand these concepts as well. So,
Happened yesterday with me.
alhamdulillah. And you see these and more of these. Oh, now it's all gone.
Yeah.
There you go. Call them out. So I wanted to show you.
Get a beekeeper.
Say it again.
Get a beekeeper.
There you go. That's so. What is it? What's going on in society? And again, I'm leaving the cake for the end, inshallah. I wanted to show you how detrimental this is on the society and what it's costing us as a society. So, unfortunately, the elderly are more vulnerable to cybercrime because of their limited technical knowledge. Nothing against you, unfamiliarity with online platforms, and trusting nature. So I want to talk about this trusting nature, especially for Muslims.
Can you repeat how you would get rid of that warning?
Yes, thank you for saying that. So usually they say, don't shut your computer down. Your computer will, and look at what they're saying. I want you to read. I'm teaching you here something. Okay, he said, system may have. You have to read. This is critical. It's important. It says, may have, and then also look for English grammar.
Yes.
Yeah, they are very bad at grammar.
Because it's not
Right?
a native language.
Yeah, it's not native, right? System may have detected and not come back viruses on your computer. System may have found may. What kind of statement is that? Well, it may find it, it may not find it, it should find it, or there's actual virus on there, right? So, and they'll have some stuff on it. Your personal and financial information may not be safe. I mean, I'm not trying to tell the people to change their language, but you have to read into this as well, right? Okay, for help removing viruses, call tech support online right away. Which tech support?
There.
Do they say? Yeah, I mean, it's not legitimate. And what if they say it's Microsoft?
That's what they do.
Yeah, they'll say it's Microsoft, right? It's not Microsoft. Microsoft does not want you to call them.
No.
If you go to Apple's website, can you find their number?
No.
They hide their number. They don't want you to call them. They don't want to deal with you. You buy the product, use it, throw it away, go get another one. We don't want to deal with you. this is how they are. So if you read into the text, now the question is, if your screen is all, like this, like that, and they'll say, don't shut your computer down, warning, it's gonna crash your computer and all that good stuff. What do you do? If a thief is telling you don't do something, what do you do?
Exactly that.
The opposite of what you
Ignore.
Very simple, is shut it down. Or pull the plug from the internet, whatever the case is. How do you shut the computer down if you see this? You can't get already, you're hitting escape, nothing happening, and then you hear the sounds too. I didn't want to do the sound of that. Right? You hear the sound, don't shut down. And as soon as people call me and I hear the sound in the background, you see, the thing is also, you have to learn something, okay? I'm gonna teach, and I don't mind being harsh in this, harsh person. If an expert is speaking, you listen.
Yes.
I don't want to hear what's going on. If someone comes in to the ER and the doctor sees the patient and the doctor starts to speak, he's not asking you questions. If he's not asking you questions, don't speak. Listen. Okay? So when I hear the noise in the background, do you think I need to ask them what's going on? I've heard this 100,000 times. Shut the computer down. And then they'll say, but wait, you have to listen to me. So why'd you call me?
You already know.
So I'm serious, and this is actually a concept we have lost, is to listen. And guess what happens? When the Imam says Allahu Akbar, do we wait, hold on. He's already said Allahu Akbar. Do we wait, don't start reading yet? Do we do that?
No.
Can we do that?
No.
And even if we do, what happens? Do you think he's gonna listen? If someone falls down, there's another concept in CPR. Okay. If someone falls down during the salah, you think the imam needs to stop his salah?
No.
Somebody within the community will go, pick the guy up, and help with the process. So if someone is telling you, shut the computer down, you shut the computer down. If he says how, if you ask how, then you listen to what you have to say. So you press the button, the power button, and you hold it for 15 seconds, the computer will shut down. The computer will shut down. And they say, well, you're gonna lose your data. Well, I'd rather lose my data than lose my life savings, right? I'd rather lose my data, especially if you have bank accounts that you're holding for some other organization, for you're the treasurer or you're the, whatever the case is, the peer or whatever the case is. It's very important. Shut the computer down.
You said to hold the button for 15 seconds?
Hold press
Power.
hold the power button for 15 seconds, the computer will shut down. Make sense? And they said, you're gonna lose, Well, today's computer, honestly, because of the solid state hard drives, the newer hard drives, you could shut it down. And 99.99% of the times, it's safe, right? So this is, and my objective today, I don't have enough time to talk about all the processes and scams that are going on, how to prevent everything. As we get older, we tend to only pick up two and then we fall asleep. Sometimes we're not hearing all of it. I just want you to take from this two things, simple two things. Number one is don't call the number on the screen, right? That's number one. And the second thing is, if someone calls you and asks you for, that your computer is infected or this is happening or whatever the case is, if you get an email, right, it doesn't belong to you, and it's, let me see, Shah Rukh Khan decides to send you a personal message, don't click on it. Don't click on it. If your son, your daughter, anyone, like for example, the imam, he knows his daughter is in town, and he gets an email from his daughter, and she says, "Hi, Dad. Check where I was last night. You know, check out these pictures of me in Australia last weekend or something." Was she in Australia?
No.
No. Why would you want to click on that? Is it from her? No. So don't click on it. Delete. It's simple. Delete, delete, delete. Now, if someone calls you and you don't know the number, this is very important. Don't answer. If you're not expecting a phone call from the plumber, from a school, your kid's school, whatever, and you have a voicemail. Does anyone still have voicemail? You have text messages. You have other means, emails and stuff. Let them send it through, because this is critical, and here is why it's critical. And go into this here. Okay. I hope you can. Uh-oh.
So we first told you about the scam. This was back in March. A senior citizen conned out of it nearly $1 million. Now police say there's been yet another victim. Fox 5's Homa Bash joins us live from Silver Spring tonight, where this latest arrest was made. Homa? Guys, I'm happy to say that in this case, police and a family friend actually saved the victim from losing $200,000. Now, the key in all of this is really spreading the word and educating our senior citizens.
Victims have been Bethesda, Silver Spring, Leisure World, they're all over the county.
Here's what State's Attorney John McCarthy and Montgomery County Police want you to know. Elderly victims are being hit over and over again with a wild scam that's conned people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars. The latest case had this man, Ravin Komathan, in court today facing charges of theft over $100,000.
The suspect told the victim that he was a federal agent and that his identification had been stolen and that he needed to transfer his money into gold bars to protect his money.
The victim, a man in his late 80s, early 90s, believed the call. He took out his life savings of $200,000 and had it converted into gold bars through a legitimate website, ready to hand over to the suspect posing as a federal agent. But thankfully, a family friend got word of what was happening and alerted police. Undercover cops set up a sting and arrested Mathon, a 26-year-old man claiming to be a German citizen, but with a history of travel in India.
What we're seeing is that we do have suspects who are coming from other countries and they are able to take these gold bars out of the country. They're able to go through GSA with these gold bars.
And
That's one.
Apparent multi-state scheme targeting a veteran in Bradenton. The scammers contemplated transferring more than $1 million in gold bars. Police arrested a woman who was allegedly involved in the scheme.
So this is something that is going on and on and on as of now. So we have, I have a client in Gaithersburg. They sell gold coins, gold bars, and silver bars. The problem is, they know most of their clients, but the ones that comes in, the older ones, what do you call them, the tellers or the employees that are selling these, they don't care. They're selling these things to whoever wants to buy, because they're making money. So one old man from Bethesda goes in and he wants to buy $250,000 of gold. He goes and he pays for it, gets the gold, they give it to him. He goes outside in his car, 84 years old, sits in his car with his door open for 30 minutes, and they're watching him on the camera, the employees inside, without saying anything, without questioning, like, what's going on here? This doesn't look right. He goes, disappears after that, he comes back, he buys another $250,000 of gold. And no one is asking him, new customer, hey, how you doing? We're like, what's going on? Are you investing, divesting, whatever you call these? No, sells him another $250,000. Come back, third time, sells him another $250,000. Comes back, another $250,000. How much is that?
That's $1 million.
Comes back, buys another $250,000. Comes back for the sixth time and buys $250,000. I go there to go fix the computer, and I see 2 boxes of gold, $257,000 on there, and I'm asking, what's going on? She says the police, the Montgomery County Police is telling us, don't give it to him. He's involved in a scam. One person, $1.7 million. 84 years old, he has no family members around, and he's being scammed. And I talked to the person that is one of the employees that is selling. These people, they don't care. They're not compassionate. They don't. And I'm asking, I say, bro, don't you go through some sort of like checks to make sure that these people, I actually, if you think about it, if I find the family members, I will ask them to sue the company that is selling this, which is my client, because of negligence. You see someone come in there and buying gold and sitting outside. What is an 84-year-old man doing? I mean, how is this safe? And you're doing nothing about it. And they have inside the office a letter from the county or the FBI that tells you how to, prevent crime. And the employees is not doing their job. And I'm talking to him, I say, because I want this stuff to be known. And I'm talking, and he was like, we don't really have time for that.
What did he use, cash or?
He's using checks, bank checks. He clears it, so the money clears. It takes a while. Once it's deposited, it's clear. It comes back in, and he goes to, they do wire transfers a lot. A lot of this is wire transfers as well. We have one of it, and I'm going to give you examples here in Montgomery County area. One of the scams is in Leisure World. Does anybody know Leisure World? Yeah. Everybody knows Leisure World. This lady gets a phone call because her computer pops up on her computer to call this number. She calls the number and they tell her, we're the Federal Treasury Department of the United States. Your money is not safe. You need to liquidate it. Call, there's a company in Texas that sells gold. Liquidate your money. We will send a federal agent to come and take the gold and keep it safe in the United States Treasury Department. She goes and she does $200,000, $400,000, $600,000, $800,000 on the $900,000 investment gold. She kind of got a little suspicious because what does thief have that no one else? They're greedy.
Yeah.
They're very greedy, and they don't know when to stop. So she got a little bit suspicious, and she starts to dig into it a little bit. She now eventually reports it to the police. And one of the things, before I finish the story, when you get a phone call, they tell you, don't tell anyone else. Because sometimes, this next story, actually, I'll tell you in the next one. So she reports it, right? At this point, she reports it. Montgomery County pulls a sting, tells the guy, we have more gold. He comes back, and they arrest him. And it was an Asian guy. He's a mule. A mule is a person that just picks the stuff up and drops it off. He gets paid a small amount, and he drops it off. The third example is someone right here. Yesterday I was with a client on Cherry Hill Road. She says her 94-year-old mom goes, she says this lady was like hardworking, she saved her money, and she didn't like to spend. She would drive 100 miles to save $20. Except that she gets the phone call, and she decides to liquidate her money as well. And she would go to the bank, Chevy Chase Bank on Route 1, right across by Costco. She goes and she's doing wire transfers. She's doing deposits every single day. And the bank is negligent. They're not, they don't, I don't know I don't know. I don't know what's going on with how these things are. So they would call her twice a day. The daughter's telling me, they tell her, don't tell the kids because the kids might be involved in this. And we're investigating this. So don't tell the kids. Here, I want to stop and I want to talk about something that concerns me personally. I mean, not really personally, but I take it personally. So I've seen in like cartoons, I've seen in movies, and I've seen like there's this drive to have people trust the government, trust society, trust strangers, right? There's a drive to trust strangers over family members and loved ones and people you know. And you see these cartoons, and I saw, I don't watch cartoons. I'm at a customer's house fixing computer facing this way, and I know the grandkids are in the back watching the TV facing that way, but I can hear what's going on. And anytime I hear noise, I actually, because I don't usually like, I don't like noise, but if I hear the noise, I want to pay attention. I pay attention. And in the cartoon, there is a dad who's a cop. He's a police officer, and the kid is befriending the criminal. In the cartoon, the kid is believing the criminal and not his dad, who's a police officer. He knows what's going on, and he knows the guy, and the cartoon is pushing that agenda to believe these things, right? Now, in the movie, I can't say I don't watch movies. I got caught, right? No, in the movie, the grandfather was an expert, military expert, right? The grandfather, military expert. The kid goes, the grandfather and the grandson is hanging out, and some stranger he just met, this is in a movie scene, just met, and they tell him that your grandfather is a loony. He's this, he's that, and he's, the grandfather was trying to tell the kid that, they don't trust these, I don't understand, stranger danger is not even a thing anymore. And we are opening our bank accounts, we're opening our doors, we're opening all our lives, and this is what social media is, by the way, for your kids and your grandkids. If you don't know, they know more about the grandkids than the grandparents. The social media knows more about your grandkids than you do. Everything. So the enemy people was telling the kids that, oh, your grandfather's blah, blah, blah. And guess what happens? He believes. And then the grandfather's trying to get the kid out of the environment he was in because of the circumstance. Grandkids is like, no, get away from me, you're not. And this is what they're teaching the kids. So now, the story comes back, and this is how it's affecting the people. The lady, coming back to the scam, she does not trust her own kids. She's trusting the people on the phone. $1 million gone. 3 years, and she hasn't gotten a penny back. A penny. Lawsuit, maybe you gotta pay lawyers for all of this stuff. And you gotta pay everybody else. And now people actually kill themselves because of these things. And this is, I'm just telling you 3 examples that I know of that is here, and they have the news. In Florida, in New York, I mean, it's everywhere in this country. This stuff is going on. And it's not, and you're asking, well, this has nothing to do with you, right? You don't have millions of dollars sitting there. This is just 3 stories. They go after anything and everything. And they go, and this is, see how they get to millions is they start off with 200, 400, and then they get into your bank account, right? Because they'll tell you, once they get onto your computer, you have your password saved, right? You have your password saved, and they can get in and they see your bank account, they see how much money you have. One of my clients in Bethesda was, what do you call it? He's ambassador, retired ambassador to the United States. He's getting older, he's losing his marbles. He has on his phone, and this is something that actually I thought was really cool. You call his home phone, and they say if you, it has another, if you're a family member or someone they're expecting to call, press pound or something like that, right? So scam calls gets intercepted right away. Because scam calls is robots call in, and when they get that, they don't know what to do. They just, so he has that on your, they get into his bank account, one of his bank accounts, they see $64,000 in it, in his checking account. He goes into his account while they're there, and they see all of this. And they say, well, no, we can't see your account when we're inside your computer. But because he had $64,000, they sent him to Arlington to this gold place to buy 21-ounce gold bars. And after the weekend, I can't imagine like the amount of sleep you're losing over this, because they told him, don't tell your kids. And he didn't tell the kids, he calls me. And I said, shut down the computer, call your bank, stop everything, or whatever. I go there, and these people were still in his computer when I powered back up. They're embedded in the computer with remote access software, and they're there. So, got rid of all of it, I left, the kids call me, and they say, what happened? I said, I'm glad you called, because I didn't know who to tell and how to help them. He's 84 now. I don't know what it seems like everybody's 84. Or he's 82 or something, I don't know. I was stuck at 80. But he's also, and I see, because if you like I've been with, been one of my clients for like 15 years now, and I see the growth and how, the aging of the people. He used to be very sharp. He's an ambassador to the United States. Very sharp, but now he doesn't remember anything. They got him for $2,000 on antivirus. A legitimate antivirus company just keeps advertising, and he keeps clicking on it and doesn't know he's buying stuff every time. Every time. In 2 years span, I saw $2,000 came out of his account. Then I had to, get his kids involved. I can't babysit all these older but it is a problem. It is definitely an issue here that's going on. So let me get back. Any questions? Yes, sir.
Can I mention something? I don't know how many people, because we're talking about electronic scams here, but other scams. I don't know how many people have been aware. There's a video from a door cam of a pregnant woman delivering a package to the door. And then she falls down like she's fainting. And the guy's talking to her over you need water, and he comes out of his house. You give her water. In the meantime, a guy from across the street comes out of a car, comes in, puts a gun on him, walks him in the house, robs the house, because the two were together, and then takes off. So you can't even trust what you see on your video cam. If you see somebody fall down on your video cam, call 911 for them. The moment you unlock your door, your firewall is now gone.
Yeah, so this is just one. Any other questions or statements? Does anybody have anything else?
I just want to make a statement.
Sorry.
Something happened to me 2 weeks in a row. The first one was somebody called me from Atlanta telling me that my debit card is compromised. I said, okay, well, tell me what's wrong with it. Oh, we're going to transfer you to the department that can handle that situation. I said, okay. They transfer me, and I asked the guy, can you do two-factor authentication? He said, what is that? I said, there you go. You know what? I'm in the middle of something, I'll call you back. And I call Bank of America, they send a two-factor authentication to me, which is they send a code to me that I have to click on that link and then access my account. So I get back to the guy, I say, you know what? You're trying to fool me. I know what you're doing. And he hung up the phone. I called back, hang up the phone. There was an Indian guy. So the second one happened to me last week. I have a transmission problem on my car, I'm trying to buy transmission. Friend of mine said, oh, go on Facebook Marketplace, you can find good deals. And I find that guy, he texts me back, he said, we have a deal here. I said, okay. How am I going to buy the transmission? He said, either you do wired or cash. I said, okay, that's fine. So I said, you guys in Atlanta, Florida? He said, yes. So I said, I know somebody there who can pick up the part and they give the cash money. All of a sudden, the part is in California. I said, you know what, thank you. And I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, so this, you know, there's many of these scams that are going on in different aspects. You know, people knock on your door and they want to fix your roof. People knock on your door, you know, saying, you know, what this and this is happening. You can do this. They take a 50% deposit and they disappear. Right? We have people here in our community that this happened to. They disappear. The money, they disappear. You find many of these are happening all over. But one of the things the brother brought up is the two-factor authentication. Does anyone know what that is?
Yes.
Do you use it? So, does anybody bank online? Bank online? You bank online? You should have two-factor authentication if you bank online. Two-factor authentication is where, when you sign into your bank account, they send you a text with a code to put in to be able to do that. I'm only saying this, we have to do it because it's secure. It's a more secure process. I'm not saying it's the best. Even Google two-factor authentication has been compromised. And Google is, you know, sort of like the top-notch in security, and they got unlimited amount of money. They have been compromised. Who has AOL? Do you have two-factor authentication? No. AOL, if you change your password and a hacker has access to your computer, they see the password when you change it. So you need two-factor authentication. If you have Verizon email, you need two-factor authentication. If you have MSN, you need two-factor authentication. If you have, oh yeah, you need two-factor authentication, mates. You have AOL. So they send a text message because your email gets compromised, and most of the time, especially with Yahoo, MSN, they get hacked every day, every other day, and there's so many millions of accounts that are getting stolen from there, and people are getting all of this information as well. So I definitely, let me see where we're at. Tell us. Don't click on links if, even if it's someone you know, right? If you're not familiar with it, don't, or you're not expecting an email from someone, don't click on it, okay? They have to act immediately. And this is another thing that they do. They said, you have to do it now because I lose my job. When they send you back money, like who's gotten this antivirus scam saying that, like from Norton, we deducted $489 from your account in order for you to get the money? We are very gullible Americans. And we don't go through the process of elimination. For example, if you get an email from Norton saying that we charge your account $489, what's the first step?
Check your account.
Check your account. Check. They say, if you want the money back, call us now. And most of the people, they don't check their accounts. They want the money back. Which money? It's not yours. So first, as Islamically, if it doesn't belong to you, it's haram. So, and this is where we end up getting most of the scams as well. Is that they'll tell you you have to do it, and one of the things they do is they'll send you more money. It doesn't go in your bank account. It doesn't work like that. They can't like start depositing money in your account. They don't have access to your account. But they can see how much money you have, and then they can get you to give them the money, right? Transfer in the Zelle and all of these kinds of things, Cash App and everything else, right? So this is if you see one from Salman Khan, what do you do? Or I don't know who else. I don't want to say sister. Who? Who else?
Shah Rukh Khan.
Oh yes. Yes. So you don't open it, right? Yeah, this is you have to make sure that you're ignoring. How many people go to hotels and the first thing they do is they try to get on the Wi-Fi at the hotel? Why? Why? You have internet. Like, if you don't have T-Mobile, who does? It's the cheapest one. You have unlimited data in America. Most of them. Huh? Allahu Akbar. And you still go to a free Wi-Fi. No. There's scammers on almost every free Wi-Fi, right? And they fish because you have all your information is on there. Your bank account, social security number, your like access to passwords galore on there. And they get on your phone, what contacts?
Actually,
WhatsApp.
I take it from hotels or public places because I don't have anything on my phone. Everything is on his phone. My husband.
Okay.
He doesn't go there. I do.
Okay.
So we are sharing, like one phone is secure and the other one.
It's like, but you have T-Mobile.
No, T-Mobile pay as you go.
Oh, okay. Oh, it's limited.
Very, very.
And you see, he has the unlimited one?
Yeah.
Okay, he can do the hotspot, lady.
I will not use his.
Hotspot.
Yeah, but.
No, he can share at the hotel.
No. But if I use it, he will finish his.
Oh, he has data limitation?
Yes.
Oh, I feel sorry. If he has all the money. No, but, okay, so limit your usage on public access network. Because once you get on there, you don't know who else has access to all of this information. It's very easy to pull all of this data from there as well. And don't go to your bank account if you're on a public access network. You know, because everything becomes, it's open. Right?
Airports too, right?
Right?
Airports too, right?
Yes. Free Wi-Fi's at airports. Oh my God. And the crime is becoming more and more and more. So just be careful. Inshallah, I'll try to finish out.
Even airports? Even airports?
No, people, so if you are on the airport free Wi-Fi, so is 1,000 other people. And the 1,000 other people, 60 of them are scammers. So they're pulling your, no, I'm not saying the airport is pulling, the airport is also pulling your information, by the way, and they're selling it, sharing it. They do this all the time. Verizon is terrible. They're the first one, you know, like I was overseas for 4 years. I came back, I was living in the basement. We were living in the basement of our person. We were paying directly to the person. We didn't register with anyone except Verizon, right? And Verizon, what's the first thing when you're on hold, what they say? Your data is our concern and privacy is the top priority and we share your information. 3 days, within 3 days of coming back, I moved, not from Silver Spring, I'm in Beltsville. I'm getting mail at someone else's house with my name, and all I did was sign up with Verizon. and I'm getting mail about moving, about storage, about this and about that, and I was gone from this country for 4 years. Who else? Verizon. They sell you information as soon as they get it. Soon as they get it, you sign up for mortgages, and they do this. If you sign up for buying a car, they sell you a used car. they're selling your information. Everybody's selling your information. So if you think you're the victim of harm, do tell. If you're concerned, call someone. Not the microphone. Talk to people, because they want to make you feel, and the lady was telling me also there, is they want to make you feel that everyone else is the enemy except the people that you're supposed to talk to. So be careful. Talk to people, talk to the loved ones, let them know that this is going on. I don't feel comfortable. And you know, part of our heart as Muslims, if you don't know something that is, it doesn't feel good, it's not good, right? This is why sins, in a clean heart, sins, when you commit a sin, you know it's a sin, because you don't feel comfortable about it. So they have this acronym here, is prevention is scam, call people, talk to them, call law enforcement, make decision based on make decision based on pressure and emotion, right? Yes?
No.
Oh, okay, just checking.
No.
I just want to make sure.
You're
All
listening.
right.
We're listening.
Yeah, you're listening. Good. Alhamdulillah. Okay, so I want us to think, because I personally, I'm going to turn off my YouTube live. I personally believe, no, it's okay, let it go, that this scam that is going on in this country is bigger than the small people that they say is taking it. It's bigger. And I want you, listen, you can do this. This is not something, I'm not making this up. Their numbers. So, according to, we read this, we were at Kaiser in Gaithersburg like 6 years ago for an appointment. And I saw on the wall, AARP, like the old people thing. The old people Don't worry, they're sending me emails now. I can say that. I can say that now. I pause. Don't worry. Don't worry.
So what you saw on the wall?
They said, yeah, thank you. They said that in these scams, it's costing America. This is about 6 years ago, when the scam was about $400, $299 scams. $8 billion is costing Americans. 6 years ago, right? 6 years ago. I checked the FBI website yesterday. Guess how much they said? Take it, huh? Trillions. No. Okay, well that's what they're supposed to say. Guess how much the FBI? They said $4 billion. 2023. I'm thinking like, you're out of your mind. Why would they reduce the numbers, or what do you call that? Huh?
Losses?
No. They're underestimating, or they're like covering up this. Why are you covering it up?
It makes it
right.
impossible.
So I started looking, because I'm preparing for you guys, make sure that you're well informed and everything. And I'm learning, and I see this here on the AARP website. It says 87, or like almost 90% of the adults age 60 and older who are victimized by someone they know never report these incidents. Almost 90%. And how much did they say? Listen, here it's saying this includes $20 billion in losses from fraud by police victims. No, 20 billion. The people who are victims, right? They know these victims. They know the people, the scammers, right? So I decided to put the numbers to text, and I did some math. And this is just one of the numbers that they produce, and this is what and the FBI website says 4 billion. Does that make sense? No. And AARP is reporting this 6 years ago, that it's been $4 billion. And now the crimes are not $400, they are $4 million. Do you see there's a problem? And I'm thinking, why? So yesterday I had to do some research and I found that this stuff is bigger than what they're really putting on. And I'm asking why. I don't know. I mean, and this is what happens if you give me a little bit of time. Imagine if I have more time. And it's a big problem. But I don't know. So here's a question for you. They say on TV that when this happens, and okay, I'll stop in about 5 minutes, and we're gonna go to eat before Doha. Is that okay? What did I say?
You just said when you are stopped.
The number of the. Sorry.
They said when this happens to you.
Yeah, okay, let me figure this out. So, I think the food got me there. So, but anyway, I lost my train of thought. What I was gonna say. So, oh yes, I found it. Allah. You know, the good thing is you say salat on the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam when you forget something and remember. Or if you want to remember, you go and you pray 2 rak'ah. The shaitan will make sure you remember it. It works all the time for me. So, according to the TV, right, reports, all of this money is being liquidated into gold. Cash is liquidated into gold. Now, where's this gold going?
Emirates.
They say on the TV that the gold is being sent overseas. I'm asking, if you're not an expert in smuggling gold and like this, so you can't get past TSA with a lotion bigger than 5 ounces. How is all of this millions and like billions of dollars is going overseas in gold? How? Does anyone know? I mean, like, don't you have to be like some sort of expert to peddle this stuff? Or no? It's easy. Does anybody know how to smuggle gold?
You can do transactions in gold now.
Huh?
You can do transactions in gold electronically. They have gold iron.
No, I'm talking about physical. I'm not talking about commodities.
It's not really
Liquid. I'm talking about physical. You have gold bars. This gold bars. This is gold. In like physical gold.
Yeah, sure.
And they're independent. This is not one organization. Apparently, it's a lot. Does anybody, Doc, you have any idea? I'm not saying you're I mean,
it's a network, because from what I heard, the cargo that hit the bridge, they found stolen cars going somewhere else. So it's a network. It's not one organization.
so it's going through the smuggle.
To where?
Yeah, so anyway, but this is, I don't know, I feel that these are stuff that, but the organizations, if they're tiny, and one of the things I talked to Montgomery County police officers, because I'm concerned, right, because of the amount of things that are happening. So I was talking to one of our brothers, Montgomery County Police, and he's saying it's one of the problems is because the jurisdiction of finding these people, because online scams is not like within Montgomery County where it's easy to find them and prosecute these people. They could be in New Jersey, they could be in India, they could be wherever it is, and Montgomery County hears about these stuff. First of all, they're not proactive. Like if they know a mule is coming to pick up stolen stuff, Montgomery County Police will tell you a crime hasn't committed. We're not responding to that. Until the crime commits, meaning the money is gone, then we're gonna, and they haven't gotten back the money yet. So I don't know. I mean, this is up to you to help. But at the end of the day, what do we take away from this? What can you do? What can you take away from this?
Have we had
infiltrate the Muslim community and pretend to be a brother or sister, which you automatically will believe the person is a brother in Islam and scam other people.
Yeah, so, yeah, there's, like the brother was saying, there's scams everywhere. And this, so, it's a bigger issue, by the way. This is a bigger issue that I'm not talking about. Muslim scholars are scamming. They come with big names and they're scamming. And I'm just gonna throw this out there. I'm actually, this is for the Imam and the Masjid in general. Board members are here. I'm actually thinking of pausing all fundraising from outside sources at this masjid.
Thank you.
Because I mean, other than, you know, vetting these people, the technique that is used, and how did we get here though? People have worked hard for this their money, and it's just going up in the air. Just like that. How did we get here? We're apparently the most educated people, we're the smartest people. Military people are getting scammed. I mean, like, it's, bro, for you to have $1 million in your bank account like this, you weren't no construction worker or bricklayer. I mean, you could be, but in general, right? You have to work hard for your money. So these are educated people, and the money is gone. So the technique that has been used, and I put some of the words in there, I was hoping that you pick up on it. The technique that has been used to manipulate people, the Muslims are using it now to manipulate us when they're raising the funds. So, and this comes to do with religion and based on following the books, you know. And the techniques, it was used one of the last fundraisings that was done at our community. Yeah. I hate to bring it up to us. Not that one. There was one before that. Yeah. Is that they're using, I think unbeknownst, the people don't know, but we're studying psychology, we're studying how to manipulate all of that in a way, like people when they do fundraising, right? The group that is actually involved in the fundraising of the department of for the masjid or whatever organizations, like big organizations, like I'm just picking like Yaqeen or Maghrib or whatever the case is. These people that are involved in fundraising, they learn how techniques, right, to get money from people. Who's teaching them the techniques?
The scammers.
They're using the scamming techniques to get money from us. And the way, and my concern is, thank you for this question, is, and the way America has been scammed into believing, you know, the concept of God in religion, how to, you know, believe anything, you know, buying into all of these, the wars and propagandas and all of these things. The Muslims are following the same path in coming to this thing. What is going to happen to us? Because I'll tell you honestly, our community is becoming very well off financially. Our people are, you know, securing good homes. We're securing good bank accounts. We're able to send our kids to good schools, and you know the kids are getting good education, and we're becoming, Muslims are becoming very wealthy. Muslims is, you know, minority is the second richest people in America, minority-wise, right? The second richest minority in America, and that's just getting started, right? Because we're hardworking. What's going to happen if we continue this trajectory? We're going to be just like these. And we Muslims have more compassion than those people. Because somebody comes to our house, and you know, like our friend or family, we're like, yeah, this is your room, this is your, you know, there, go ahead and do, you know, we welcome people in open arms. It's this, for Muslims, is going to be quadruple at the same junction, at the same level. So we need to look at this seriously, and we have to stop it.
So sometimes you tell yourself, I gave this information to non-Muslim organizations because I belong to them, and you see a Muslim organization, you want to be Islamic-centric, right? You say, this is my people, I don't have to worry about
Yes, exactly.
Because you worry so much
problem of trust.
about the non-Muslim side.
You lower your guards.
Yeah, you say, these are my people, I don't have to worry about it. This is a brother, this is an organization, Muslim organization, it's a Muslim platform, Muslim website, but sometimes you have to also.
Yeah, even the Muslim websites are derived from non-Muslim sources. Like, what's the Adhan Pro was run by 2 Jewish people, and it's one of the largest database that was collected, and it was sold to the military. All the people that are downloading these apps are people that are praying, people that are concerned. All our information is already on databases.
What about the gold funds? Like we have a lot of gold funds coming in to help a Muslim who is having a surgery or bone marrow transplant. How do you handle all those things?
Yeah, these are just questions we have to address eventually. Inshallah.
I was concerned because I heard a brother stand up in the masjid and give a whole talk about how he was trying to help the Muslim youth, etc. Then he said, you can give money, you can give checks, and I can have something to scan your cards. Not once did he show a website, not once did he mention a masjid he was associated with, not once did he give any kind of verification of who he was. And then he went outside, and everybody's going by and giving him, and once you swipe the card, now he has access to your bank account. He's got your credit card information. And like I say, he's not going to hit you $1,000, he's going to hit you 10, 20, 30 once a month. And how many cards? We just can't keep letting people come in and say, hey, I'm from the government, I'm here to help.
Inshallah, we have to definitely be more conscious.
You want to donate cash.
So anyway, you actually,
You don't know who he is.
if you're doing, checks are better, so you have traces for it as well, so. Anyway, and also, you could donate to our masjid, because we're not going anywhere.
Exactly.
Alhamdulillah, we're here to help.
People who ask for money in this masjid, like what happened not long ago, what was it? Michael Turkey, or what was it? You had a fundraising for
providing tents to
Gaza.
Yeah. So when people come to this masjid and they do fundraising, it means for us, we trust them because they get
You trust us.
Yes.
Vetting them. And this is why I'm saying is we need to put a pause on this because organization is reaching out to us and from friends to friends, they're like, yeah, no, hey, these people are coming in, I trust them, so therefore you should trust them. I had a phone call, it was earlier this week, I was heading to Canada and I got a phone call from someone of another masjid and they were like, hey, I have this friend, this guy from somewhere else, and he's in the area, and are you going to be there for Fajr or Isha? I was like, wait, well, hold on, bro, just let me, decide that. He was just like, which crowd is bigger, Fajr or Isha? So I can send him. I was like, but how are you dictating this for me? And anyway, so this is, we need to vet these processes, unfortunately. I'm not saying we shouldn't give to hold our money. This all belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We'll return to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But, we just,
should be vigilant.
I don't know if anybody else wants to say.
Was that tent to Gaza a scam? Because I'm paying for a tent.
No, hoping not. Inshallah.
What were you going to say about the fundraiser from 2 weeks ago?
No, I don't want to say.
The one
I just want.
I just have some advice, and I only learned this about a year ago. With my credit card, I'm on my brother's plan, and he advised me to sign up for automatic notification. The minute the card is used, I am notified.
Yes.
I don't know if everyone is aware of that, but it's really helpful.
Yes, you get a text.
Yeah, about a month ago, we were home and we got a charge from Costco because we didn't go anywhere.
And it wasn't me, honestly.
Yeah. I was calling, it was a scam. So it's really useful if we go please get it.
Yeah,
They tell you.
yeah. So you can go to your bank account, your website, and enable notifications there when you sign into the website.
Oh, well, tell me.
Sure. Sister Samir. Last question, inshallah, we'll finish.
It's time for
I think,
Azan.
yeah, we'll go ahead and maybe we'll just have the dinner, lunch before Salah.
She wants to know if PayPal is safe.
PayPal? Yeah, I try to avoid PayPal at all costs, honestly.
Cash App?
Cash App is good, Venmo, Zelle. You know, Sister Samira, the only reason why I say PayPal is because I think it has a connection to Israel. Yeah.
Is that the one you say, Muslim Pro, the one?
Yeah, Muslim Pro app has been compromised.
Okay, which one is?
It was started by two French non-Muslims.
Okay, which one is it?
And they sold the data to military, American military.
I mean, which one is better? Like to know?
Yeah, I use.
I mean, most of people they use this app. I know some Muslims.
Yeah, I don't have an Adhan app anymore, but I do. Yeah, it's Al Quran.
Finish by making a dua.
Inshallah. So, do you have any? So it's 1:10. Salah is at 1:30. Do you think you can finish eating it by 1:30?
Yeah.
No?
But we have to leave it.
You want to pray first?
Yes.
Doc, what do you think? Okay. So inshallah, all right, look.
Can we pray first, because I don't like to rush my meal?
Okay, okay.
Especially when it's free.
Okay, halas. Inshallah.
Because I like dessert too.
Assalamu alaikum. Sorry, Sister Sonia, go ahead.
I'm saying the younger children, our grandkids.
Right.
Okay, is it possible to have like a lecture like this for them?
No, we don't need lecture for them. We just need a whip. Not a physical one.
Because my grandson always has my phone.
You know, it's dangerous. I'm telling you something we don't really understand. I do, but not like as a community to understand the detriment that is happening by the social media. It's taken every single security precautions that we as older elders have taken. They've taken away that from the kids. They've taken everything, you know, the kids. They give them their birthdays, their real birthdays on social media. They have their address, their location, the places they eat, where they're going, where to go to school, which room, they have software to detect which room these kids are living in.
It's like they have a tip on their body.
Yeah. So, and before time, they used to have that white truck outside of the street. Now we have it inside our house. Does anyone have Amazon Echo or all of these, what do you call these devices? Alexa, all of these inside the house? Yeah, no, not Nest. It's the one that talks. Play this, play that.
Alexa is dangerous. Shut it. I always tell her, ask her, what is the time now? I say thank you after that. So you have to take it off?
Hey, they were listening. It's a listening device, collecting data. So, why do you need Alexa when you have your phone to tell you the time? 5 o'clock.
I thought it was a joke, but it's not.
No, these are data mining stuff. Inshallah, sir. I will finish here, inshallah. Last question.
I know.
I found the icon that shows you your password. They went back years.
Yes.
So I deleted all of that. But I also noticed if you purchase something online.
Oh, the softwares? You know the best software for passwords? It's a notebook. Yeah, nobody has access to it because when these password organization, gets hacked, and they do get hacked, everything is gone. Everything is gone. So, I mean, paper.
Okay, so I have a second part to that question. I know that Google has a thing where if I go
You save your
purchase
password.
something, it brings up my credit card information.
Yes?
I know that you can delete it, but I don't know how. So that when I go do certain transactions, that's removed. I want to personally do it, or,
Yes, you can plug in the stuff.
Do you know what the process is to get rid of
I
that?
do. I can tell you offsite.
Okay.
Okay, inshallah. That I charge fee. We have two of us here. We got Mother can also help you. I think he charged $89 for the first 15 minutes. So Jazakallah khair afterwards, inshallah. So thank you very much. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك. والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر.
جزاك الله خير.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank
Or
you.
you want me to leave it continuation?
Huh?
You want it to be on continuation?
You finished?